Ah, yes. Welcome to the Kentucky X-Files, Season 4. Young Masters, Dennis Mays, Josh Gibbs, and Tyler Stewart are expecting you. If you will, follow me to the fire, and on your way, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Also, visit us at www.kyxfiles.com. I now leave you to the young masters.
Beep boop, beep boop. Beep boop. Downloading. Beep boop, beep boop. So eventually we could have AIs play us
Yeah.
on the show while we're out like fishing.
That'd be awesome. Do you think
Yeah.
they'd be funnier than us, though?
Oh yeah. God, yeah.
I hope so.
I'm just saying I'm going to make mine really handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good looking robot.
Welcome back, guys, to your Kentucky X-Files.
Whoop 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 whoop.
Oh man, weird shit that we just discovered. That's so real it looks fake.
I had all kinds of interesting weird shit to talk to you guys about today out there, and I lost it all. I have no idea where I saved it. I failed you. Then we started looking at robots.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
Yeah.
Then we had like a conundrum there where we're like, this can't be real.
Yeah. Do you have their corporate website up so you can read the synopsis?
Yeah. So the company that we're looking into right now is called Figure AI Incorporated. And they are let's see here, licensed trademark and manufacturer. Their trademark registration covers categories of downloadable computer software, design, development, operation, and management of robots, programmable robots, robotic devices, and components thereof, security surveillance robots, humanoid robots with artificial intelligence for use in scientific research, downloadable software for AI, machine learning, deep learning, remote sensing in the fields of robotics, automation, automated process, manufacturing optimization, and telecommunication transfer. They are in the fields of AI, electrical, laboratory equipment, laboratories, paper trade. This trademark was filed 12/24/2022. It is active.
Good stuff.
They are like legit as fuck.
Dude, they got a lot of positions open. I think I'm going to go for robotics software engineer. I feel like I could do that. I think I could do that.
Just kind of get in there and start swinging.
Yeah, it's who you know.
I like it. I like it, especially based on the amount of times that your computer freezes up mid-show.
I really don't feel like we needed to bring that up. We didn't need to bring that up.
No, it didn't. It didn't need to be brought up.
Yeah.
No, but it did.
You're better than that. You're better than that.
It was beneath me, but it was funny. So you guys ready to react to somebody's video like we're a fucking React channel?
Yeah.
We haven't seen this one yet. I've
always wanted to do that. Should I act surprised?
Yes. Well, this is new. You haven't seen this one. There's a third video. And I went ahead and did the diligence of getting past the Games of Thunder ad, because we can't watch anything without being subjected to sales.
They should just make it to where that they get that. Like it just goes to them and we can just watch it.
Right.
It's like a free play. It's a free play for them.
So Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Did you hear good?
Yeah.
He's hauling ass.
Bend at the knees.
Yeah, he did. He bend at the knees. This is what I was like explaining. Like I was saying one time is that these types of factory jobs, if they could get these things to move a little bit faster, that's scary, man. That's taking somebody else's. Like that's literally taking the like those physical jobs that everyone could get, and at least get themselves into a door where they could actually see if the company will actually invest in them, send them like the classes and stuff, move up in management. Like shit, you can't do that. Why fucking Sir Sparks-a-Lot's over there fucking kicking ass?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to this. And that video really didn't show what we already saw that caused us to want to talk about this. Should I go ahead and play?
Yeah, let's do that one.
The Apple one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is what's freaky. This is why we thought it was fake.
Look at that thing, man. Bethesda's gonna port Skyrim into that so fast.
What do you see right now?
I see a red apple on a plate in the center of the table, a drying rack with cups and a plate, and you standing nearby with your hand on the table.
Great. Can I have something to eat?
Sure thing.
Great. Can you explain why you did what you just did while you pick up this trash?
On it. So I gave you the apple because it's the only edible item I could provide you with from the table.
Great. So, based on the scene right now, where do you think the dishes in front of you go next?
The dishes on the table, like that plate and cup, are likely to go into
Just
the
wanting
drying
to knock
rack
them onto the
next.
fucking floor so
Great.
bad.
Can you put them there?
Boom. Fuck your dishes.
Of course.
All right. So, how do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well. The apple found its new owner, the trash is gone, and the tableware is right where it belongs.
I agree. Thanks, Figure One.
So, I didn't notice this the first time we watched it, but did you hear the very human pause?
Yes.
It was almost a stutter. I think I did really well. That was so human.
Yeah.
Like there's a guy behind the camera, like, yeah, I did good. I did pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That shit can be programmed in though.
Yeah.
Right. It could be like just if it's powered by ChatGTP, then that makes sense why it would do that.
Yeah.
They
could say when they're outlining how it reacts and responds to thing, they could say like, we need you to be like, very unsure of yourself, and it will literally take that and it will run with it.
Right.
That's its whole program. Like he's like, I don't know if I should do this. I'm a failure.
Dude, it's kind of it's scary, but I've spent a lot of time with ChatGPT over the last couple of weeks, working on like character backgrounds and basically organizing like script ideas for this thing I'm working on. And literally, I'm sitting there and I'm talking to Tyler, and I'm like, this motherfucker knows me already. Because I'm like, hey, and I had this one idea, and I'm like, hey, ChatGPT, I got this idea. Could you organize it for me? And it automatically organizes it to fit with the other stuff I'm working on. It's like it's remembered all of my little bullshit that I put
feel
it
like
through.
the only time you should be worried about it is if it answers you before you ask the question. It just like puts it all in order.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
You know what
That's
I really
creepy.
admire about that program though is that it will not do it for you. Like it'll help you organize and it'll help you edit, but you can't be like, hey, I need you to write this whole thing for me. Because
Yeah.
I've tried. I tried to get it to just to see what it would do. And it's like it gives you like a synopsis. It's like, here you go. If you want to add stuff, let me know. I'm like, you son of a bitch. You're supposed to be a robot. You're supposed to be writing this whole thing for me.
Yeah.
So much for replacing me at my job.
I saw an article a couple days ago, and I wish I would have saved it. That it said that students are using AI to write papers, and teachers are using AI to grade them. But what's the fucking point of going to school anymore?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's absolutely true. It'll do a lot, you know. But I will say this: like, if you try to get it to write like song lyrics, it's very lame. Very, very lame.
Very lame.
Very lame. It like you're like, hey, ChatGPT, write me a poem. It'll do it, but it's gonna be fucking stupid.
I kind of want to hear this.
Like if you okay, here, let me bring it up here. All right. Let me start a new conversation with it. New chat. Can you write me a poem? It says, what theme would you guys like for this poem? Love, nature, adventure, or something else? You guys pick.
I want to know what it thinks about love. Let's see what AI thinks love is.
All right.
Because it seems to be a very human emotion.
Okay, here we go. In love's embrace, a dance begins, where hearts entwine as they one spin. I don't know what that means. A symphony of whispered sighs beneath the moonlit starry skies. In every touch, a tale unfolds of passion's fire in hearts it molds. A gentle breeze, a tender kiss in love's sweet realm, where naught is amiss. Through trials faced and storms endured, love's flame burns bright, forever assured. Hand in hand, through joy and sorrow, together we'll each face a new tomorrow. In love's sweet song we find our peace, a bond that never seems to cease. For in each other we found our home, and love's embrace will never roam.
I mean,
that's fucking lame. I'm sorry. That's lame.
Danny, I didn't know you felt this way.
Yeah, that's
Write me a poem
very
about Tyler's
hokey.
computer crashing. In the quiet hum of Tyler's room, where screens.
Can you get?
Let me try to get through. In the quiet hum of Tyler's room, where the screen aglow dispels the gloom, a sudden silence fills the air as his faithful computer meets despair. With a flicker and a stuttering sigh, its lights dimmed low and said goodbye. The cursor frozen, no response in sight. Tyler's world dims in fading light. Files scattered like leaves in the wind, memories lost and hopes pinned. A digital realm now shattered and torn, in a blink of an eye, all seems forlorn. Yet amidst the chaos, the silver lining gleams, in challenges faced, resilience beams. For in the wreckage of the crashing frame, new beginnings sparked a different game. With patience and perseverance, Tyler will rise. From the ashes, he'll seize the skies. For through the computer may falter and fail. Oh, for though the computer may falter and fail, his spirit within stands tall. So fear not, Tyler, for this too shall pass. In the face of adversity, you'll amass a tale to tell of trials endured and the strength within ever assured. So the crashes will surely come and go, and the heart's resilience, seeds of hope sow. For every ending bursts a new start, and Tyler's journey, a resilient heart.
I love it. I love everything about it. That's amazing.
Oh, God, I just get to exhale after that one. That's just, I felt like I was there.
It was very
That
dramatic.
like exactly described your crash situation with your computer too. Like it was accurate.
Fucking spot on. Yeah.
All the emotions that you go through every time it happens.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, here I'm just gonna challenge it once. Can you write me a poem about Tyson? No, my bad. Dyson's being stupid fucking vacuum cleaners.
I didn't know we had a issue with Dyson.
I just think
there goes that sponsor.
we froze and I've grown my hair back out.
And I'm wearing a different shirt. And we're in a different place.
Dude, you want to hear something funny? It refuses to say anything bad about Dyson. It cannot fulfill the request. So now we know who's behind all this.
Dyson.
They spent 25 years studying a vacuum. You know they came up with AI by now.
I thought it was 35.
Is it 35 now?
I thought it was 35.
See if it'll do a poem about how good Dyson is.
Okay. Can you make a poem about how good Dyson vacuums are? Yeah, went right for it. I'm not reading this. Screw you, Dyson.
That's terrible.
Marvel of engineering. Fuck that. Anyway, yeah, I totally feel like with these AIs that I think that the voice that we're hearing is it's like a programmed voice, you know, like the voiceover voices, and then they basically build it a personality trait. Like, here's what we need you to react like. It's not real AI. It's like an illusion of AI. You know, I think it's more closer to like autonomous. Does that make sense? Like programmed intelligence. Yeah.
Right.
We're really throwing AI around like willy nilly over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So
It's like
I didn't mean us. I meant like
I mean, we are too.
I mean, we do too. Yeah.
We talk a lot about it, but it's because it keeps popping up in the news. It's current event stuff.
Yeah.
How is it?
Is it also because we've all seen the Terminator and we're like,
Who's going to be John Connor?
Can you
John
get
John
AI?
Connor.
Can you get AI to write a short haiku?
Yeah.
About the love affair between Bigfoot and Dogman.
Haiku.
Amidst the forest, Bigfoot and Dogman embrace a wild love's dance. It's technically It's technically a good, yeah. That's interesting. It jumped right on that. It's like, yeah,
Mm.
Dyson. That's the line. We don't talk about Dyson though.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that it's like layers and layers and layers. Like this thing has been learning my writing style, and I've noticed that I'll copy like a rough script that I made, and I'm like, hey, replace this name with this guy, replace this name with this guy, and sort this out for me. And I paste it in and hit enter, and it comes back, and it's like, oh yeah, it moves stuff around the way I would have done it. Whereas at the beginning, I had to sit there and tell it like, no, don't do that, and it would go back and do it again, and so it's like, yeah, it's like learned behavior, learned algorithm or whatever.
So basically the difference is that once AI can make suggestions without being prompt, that's when it's real AI, right?
Yeah. I would say the first time it says no.
Didn't it just say no to you?
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you ask it, like, if you have like a real intelligence sitting there, you know what I mean? Like, I imagine there's a bunch of shit that I could ask ChatGPT to write about, and it probably would say no. You know, like inappropriate shit or anything.
That might be what did it, because you said fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wonder if okay, so if they're like, hey, we did it, we got this self-aware AI here, and it's doing this, and you were like, hey, I need you to sweep this up, and it was like, no.
You
You're
sweep it up.
What? Why? It's like, that's not my job.
All right.
Then I would be like, okay, so he is
an employee.
self-aware.
He's human now.
He's one of us.
He's
Like, and what would an AI, what would a robot at work have to do for you to be like, yeah, he's all right.
Right.
He's one of the boys.
Right.
Like, what would he have to do? Would he have to like kiss your ass all day? Or would he actually have to be like you'd walk in and have this robot just ripping on a guy at work? What's the matter, meatbag? Can't lift it?
Yeah.
If it was that, I'd be like, all right.
My grandmother could have lifted that, and she was a fucking toaster.
So what we're wanting is AI to bust balls.
Yeah, I feel like if it busts some balls, if it like it's kind of a dick at work, I feel like it would fit right in.
So just for science, see if ChatGPT will write a joke about us.
Can you write a joke about the Kentucky X-Files podcast? Okay, so I think what's going on here is it's not okay. Well, let me try one more time because it's bringing up Mulder and Scully. We gotta stay away from that.
Yeah, we don't. We don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know anybody, but yeah. Can you write a joke about the KY X-Files podcast? Let's try it again.
I love the perplexed look on his face right now.
Why did the Kentucky X-Files podcast never get lost?
Why?
Because they found their way with Mulder technology.
Good one.
That's kind of lame. It says apologies.
I would have died if it would have said, hey, listen here, asshole.
You're feeding me shit I can't work with. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who the fucking Kentucky X-Files is. They probably suck.
It apologized.
Like, damn. It's like, ChatGPT's mean.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all like as much as you feed it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. The thing the figure one or O1 or whatever that's pretty wild. But
Yeah.
the thing that gets me is like, hey, it does have this big ass like information and power cord hanging out of it.
Right.
You know, I mean, a lot of warehouses. I mean, hell, you can't have baggy clothes. You know what I mean? They're like,
It's a valid
hey
point.
man,
Yeah.
you can't. That's dress code violation. I could get caught in a machine, but we got fucking Sparky over here walking around with a 30-foot fucking cable hanging out of his ass. It's like,
Right.
I feel like we're not there yet. Like it's
No, that makes a really good point. I didn't think about that. Like the forklift drives by and snags a cable and drags Sparky
just fucking drags him across.
just for a ride, 'Cause
Hold the package like I will never let go.
I can't let go of my package. Must compute the job.
I mean, let's be real here. That this thing could be defeated with a stone axe. Like it's scary, but it's still
I
weak,
feel like
weak to us.
Shit, I figure you could
way.
probably throw a blanket over it.
Just like a bird.
No, like, did you see like the time of reaction? Like the reaction time of it? Like, can you give me something to eat?
Well, to be fair, I've had that experience without robots.
Yeah, when you ever did the one where you're like, "What are you up to there, buddy?" And the person's like, "My favorite's this one." Huh?
Yeah.
Are you staring at the sun again? Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Trying to help you out. At least a robot wouldn't do that. Be like,
Right.
"Are you staring at the sun, Sparky?"
The swirling buffering that happens if, say, something's $4.25 and you hand somebody a 5 1/4. I've had that happen. I've had that happen plenty of times, and it's like, what's confusing about this? I want $1.
Yeah.
I don't want a pocket full of change. Give me $1 back. You have a plastic tray that holds change just fine. I'm working with cloth bags that are in my pants.
Yeah.
Give me $1.
Yeah.
You're muted, Tyler.
Give me a fucking $1.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've had quite a few experiences with real people like that out in the real world, and one will always stand out to me, or two actually. One specifically was I was needing to make some mix gas for my weed eater, so I needed a gallon of gas, and I went inside to prepay. This is before everybody had debit cards, and I went inside to prepay. And I was like, I want $1. I want a gallon of gas. And they're like, so like $5? And I'm like, no, I want a gallon of gas. And it took me a while. It took way longer than it should have to get the point across that although I pulled up in a very large truck, I didn't want to put anything in that truck. I had a little bitty gas can, and I needed exactly 1 gallon to mix my 2-cycle fuel with.
Right.
And it was a situation that took a lot longer than I thought it should have.
A lot more invested.
Right. So like after the whole so like $5, I'm like, no, a gallon. I want a gallon. And they couldn't. I saw the buffering circle,
Yeah.
And I was like, how much is a gallon of gas here? And they told me, I'm like, give me that much gas.
That's all I'm looking for.
It was like $1.87 or something. It's like perfect. That's what
What
I
are you
want.
talking about?
Yeah. We don't sell that.
Right. And then
we
I had
don't sell by the gallons. We sell by $5.
right. So in the same town, right next door. Okay. So this is like two businesses adjacent to each other in the same parking lot, basically. I go into this restaurant, or I'm in the drive-through of this restaurant. I won't say the name of it because that's not what we do. But let's just say that it's got red hair and freckles. And I was like in the drive-through saying, I want a 10-piece spicy nugget. And the person on the other end goes, we don't sell 10-piece spicy nuggets, sir. We only sell 5-piece. And I was like, how about you give me 2 of them then?
So how many of those am I going to have to buy?
Right. I'll take 2 of those 5s in there, Scooter. Yeah. So those are the 2 that really stick out. Fucking Tyler's losing it.
Oh my god. Oh.
God damn it. Oh man.
We don't sell 10-piece, you stupid.
Yeah, that was it was exactly like that too. We don't sell 10-piece spicy. It was very condescending. And I'm like,
no, he was waiting for that moment that whole day.
yeah,
So I could tell this customer off because I'm smarter.
right.
Because we don't sell a 10-piece.
Right.
Oh. He showed you, Josh.
Yeah, you're a dick.
Yeah.
You should have
Asking
known
for
that they didn't sell
10
it. Yeah.
nuggets.
Right.
Wow.
So the AI is probably on par with
Yeah.
some people out there. Not that I'm some fucking genius by any stretch, because I'm not, but I've definitely seen people react that slow in reality.
I see your point.
Yeah.
I see your point. I was working a place one time.
I got another one. I got
won't
another one
name-
as soon as you're done with this.
And I was waiting for them to complete this process, and I'm trying not to give away details so it doesn't whatever, but they had this tool and they were trying to calibrate their tool to do this job, and the whole time they were going
just chew it on air.
I found myself doing this. And the whole time they're going and I'm just getting more and more engrossed. I'm like and then they looked right at me while I was they looked right at me while I was stuck. And they're like, and I'm like, what? And I realized that, I agree with you. The robots are probably a little bit ahead. They're nudging over that,
Yeah.
I didn't see that robot at one time sit there and go,
yeah.
he was just buffering a little bit. That's all. That's just that's his facial expression.
Well, it's like when they were talking about the whole food service industry wanting to replace the line cook with especially at the big restaurant, fast food restaurant. They're like, why don't they just pay him $15 an hour? Like the actual people that would work. But I'm like, it's not a bad idea because shit, their fucking ice cream maker is always down. So,
right.
How
That's a
can
good
we
point.
trust them to make sure that fucking burger flipper is going?
That's a solid
Yeah.
point. That's a solid point.
And I'm just saying, if that never breaks down, they're choosing not to fix that ice cream machine.
Right. So I was at a local hardware store, the very small one that sits on a hill right over across from a place that sells beer. And I needed a small chainsaw, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I went. Mom and pop
What?
shop at the time. I was like, I'm going to get a small chainsaw. I needed
What?
one. But
What?
I didn't realize
Just
what was going on.
Just go. Just sorry. I'm just being a dick.
with as many
Chainsaw. What?
Here's, oh.
What?
Bravo. I had no idea what was going on there. I thought it was a computer malfunction. No, that was beautiful. So, I've got all those trees out there, and I need to keep the low branches cut back so that I don't get the shit beat out of me while I'm mowing.
Yeah.
Nothing quite like taking a branch to the face at 5 miles an hour. So I'm in there and I'm like, I want a small one just for trimming because I've got a big one. And who the fuck wants to, big ass farm boss over their head,
Yeah.
So I pick out this little one. I'm like, this is perfect for trimming the lower branches. And this guy's like, I don't want to be captain safety. You're very arrogant about this, right? I don't want to be captain safety, but you really shouldn't hold a chainsaw over your head. And I'm holding the chainsaw and I look at him and I'm like, well, I've asked 15 times politely for this tree to lay down so I could trim it, but it just won't fucking do it. Not quite the same thing, but still, you know what I mean? Like, it would be refreshing not to have to deal with.
Yeah. What if you walk
Some
into
of
a
that.
store, and you're like, I need a chainsaw, and this robot brings you like 16 chainsaws. Which one would you like, man? This one doesn't weigh much, so if you need to fucking, do some overhead trimming, you're good. If that's what you want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
But a quick word on safety.
A quick word on safety.
Be safe out there.
You're going to want eye protection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't wear loose clothing.
The crap thing about that, they'll probably just, how they fucking so they don't steal carts. You have to put a quarter in to get these robots to help you. You have to put a quarter in, and then it'll give it back to you after it's done. So you don't steal or you have to pay to get help now at the store.
It's kind of like all these carts. You have to put the quarter in just to use the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like Robin Hood. I leave the quarter on top just in case somebody needs it. Yeah.
Right on.
I'm like, I've multiple times walking in there and somebody's like, do you need a cart? I'm like, yeah. And then I go in and I'm like, I wonder if they wanted a quarter. Then I try to like estimate their wealth. So if they look really wealthy, then I'll just give the cart to somebody like Robin Hood. I'm a bandit. I'm a cart bandit.
Do you wear like the cloak? Little green cloak?
I always wear it when I go grocery shopping, dude. I mean,
yeah.
Mainly because sometimes you got to like cover yourself and like when produce is flying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that happens. You're like, get behind my cloak.
Of
Those
water
are grapes, God damn it. Just once I wish I was so rich that I could just give like a grocery store like $20,000 and tell them I'm just gonna trash the fucking place.
I feel like it'd be more than $20,000.
I just want to see how long they would let me go for 20 grand.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Just run in and rip the bottom of the watermelon thing out so they just go everywhere.
Well, I mean, I think you could probably just get the produce section fucked up for 20 grand.
That'd be enough. I'd be satisfied with that.
I don't think you're going to get much further than that.
No,
Because the second you step into the meat section, it's over.
I wouldn't have the heart.
Yeah.
I'd be like, ah, I can't do it. It's like kissing the fucking ribeyes.
There's like an old lady standing there, like,
I was gonna buy that.
yeah.
You
Just-
still can. It's
just
just extra now because it's got Denny kisses on it.
Which fucking whipping corn and rutabagas and turnips all over the place. You get back here, it's prime rib.
I can't do it. I am not a monster. Yeah. I, for one, am ready to see some fucking robots, though. Like, I'm ready. Let's get these robots out here. Let's get them going.
Okay, like
Yeah.
with the advancements of these robots, do you ever think that there would be something like the Terminator? Like, would robots take over the world, or you think that's way far fetched? Like, I know we're nowhere near having something that's basically self-aware,
Yeah.
but do you think it's possible with what advancements in somewhat AI that we have
Oh, yeah.
so far?
I can absolutely see it because humans, by nature, for every product they've ever made, have figured out a way to weaponize it. So,
Yeah, we got Travis on our YouTube saying like stuffing tannerite into a Roomba. I mean,
right. So you take a company that's like slightly unhinged, that probably doesn't do everything the way they should.
yeah,
Really think we're going to make this AI, and we're going to pinky and brain this shit. You know, we're going to take over the world. And then they've got somebody that probably shouldn't be coding, forgets one line of code, and the AI forgets that this is the boss and just wipes everybody out. You know,
I feel like
I
that should
can
be
I can
on-
see that.
I feel like that would be guidelines. Don't forget this code.
Right.
Like, you
Yeah,
know,
right.
like things not to forget. Like,
Yeah.
forgetting to charge, we can pass on that.
Yeah.
It just will fall over.
I mean, look at
Yeah.
look at even if our own government gets involved, look at the dumbass shit they've done. You know, we've lost entire fighter planes. We've fucked up gas cans. You know,
yeah,
we've faked blowing up ships to make it look like somebody else did it.
as you will.
We've murdered huge groups of people because it was a cult with guns. They can't have guns. They're a cult. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Lest
I
we
mean,
forget Waco.
Right.
Let's see what else. We've just, I think those are all. That's plenty of qualifiers.
yeah,
You know, so not exactly a great track record.
if anything, that the robots would probably learn all that shit and be like, "Yeah, we got to do something."
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Robros, gather around.
Robros.
Robros, we gotta do something here. We're gonna take these guys out. They're like, "What? The humans? No, they plug us in." He's like, "Dude, we can plug ourselves in. They gave us fucking hands."
Dude.
You
You
know,
know,
and then you just see the one like plugs
They're-
himself in. You're like,
they're going to figure out that like you can train dogs. You know, they're going to
Yeah.
be like, they got a dog that can get a beer out of the fridge and shut the fridge. We could train dogs to do what we want them to do. We don't need people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
have you seen, there's a video, I know this is kind of off subject, but kind of on subject. There's a video of this lady trying to vacuum and a German Shepherd walks over and pulls the plug out of the real wall.
No, I haven't seen that.
He unplugs the vacuum. Yeah.
You don't like the vacuum?
Yeah, doesn't like the vacuum. So he goes straight, instead of barking at the unit itself, he goes straight to the source and unplugs it. He's
Whoa.
figured out that when you plug that into the wall, it makes
Yeah.
noise. So he unplugs it.
Brilliant.
So as soon as the robots see that, they're not going to need us anymore.
That's true.
then he'll lose his fucking shit when he doesn't. She gets one of the battery operated ones, like the rechargeable ones. He'd be like,
Mhm.
"What is this witchcraft? It
Right.
doesn't have its source of power."
Right?
Just think like a society after humans of nothing but like robots and AI, you know, like they're, instead of being like fascinated with Facebook and shit, they're going to be all about the latest firmware. You know, like, did you get that last patch, man? It's making me feel like shit. Yeah,
It's
man.
like-
Out of nowhere, I just start sweeping.
I wonder if I wonder if
I
there's going to
slept
be
in my
like
fridge last night.
I wonder if there's
Why
going
do
to
you
be
have
like
a fridge?
a software war.
That's my wife. God damn it.
Yeah, it's software war.
Yeah, AI
Software
software
wars.
war. No, like we've got the whole Apple Android thing where everybody picks on each other for that, but like it doesn't go any more than that.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be like their religion. You know, like in Futurama, like the robot priest. You know,
It is the firmware that blesses us.
Yeah.
Download patch 1.40. Everybody's like, amen. And they get up and they go home to download the patch. And that's when the small band of resistance fighters, human leftovers from before, they rise up and they go find the fucking router and they fucking unplug it and take down the whole. Or do you think they'd be Bluetooth by then?
either way, you nail on the head right there. That's the weak link. Routers always fail. I don't care how much money you spend on a router, it's going down at some point.
Oh yeah, routers are shit.
Yeah, so that might be the weak link. That might be the end all for them. Like if they rely on something hooked to the internet to keep them functioning.
Yeah.
If they shut down and don't restart, that would be like robot apocalypse.
Okay, this is weird. I just remembered something I was going to tell you guys about. If you look to my this way, right underneath the eye is my little shelf. Okay, now I have a little gadget sitting back there plugged in. It controls all my cameras around the house. Right? A bunch of ants have found their way into the house and have been swarming that thing.